What's going on, Michelle? This is Absolute Tarot and CaraSeen. Today's March 27th and 2020. So what we have rocking here for you is your questions here. And your questions are, when will I be in a relationship? And your second question is, will I be in a relationship with the Libra that I'm in communication with? So I always like to start off with the date and our questions, and you can refer back to this. You don't have to check your email for your questions. You can just have it all set and ready here for you. Okay, I'm going to shuffle your essence in the card. I think I'm going to bring in some oracle cards as well into this reading. We have the time to do that. One of the questions is going to be answered a little bit quicker than the other. Then I'll definitely pull in some oracles here for you as well. All right, let's get started and see what we can do for you. Okay, starting off with this question here, the first one. Will I be in a relationship with the Libra that I'm in communication with? So let's rock into that one there first. Oh, dropping cards. Apologies. I just got this deck. This is like the second time using this deck. I just got them yesterday and they are so slippery. But I have absolutely destroyed my other Rider-Waite deck. I've been using them so much the past few months. They're splitting apart. And they're bending and folding, so these ones are a new one. Loving them. So, will I be in a relationship with the Libra that I'm in communication with? Our first jumper here is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is waiting for results, making a choice. This also could represent some travel plans. He's got the whole world in his hands. The choices are there. We are on hold right now on a planetary wide for travel. So there may be other things that you may need to do to bring you two together. So let's have a little look-see and have a little indulge, shall we? I'm just going to cut the deck now. I'm going to do a situation spread. You on one side, I'm going to do your Libra on the other, and we're going to have a little look that way. I find that gives a lot of answers, even to questions we didn't know that was kind of on the table here. Okay, so on your side, what I see here first is we have the Six of Cups, and this is a friendship card. This is gifts from the past. This is memories. This is creating great memories together. This is the ultimate friendship card to get. So the friendship is there with you guys starting at first, which is really, really, really neat. And that's really good to have because that blossoms into awesomeness, does it not? And I'm just going to have a little look in here. What I see some other goodness on your side is the Queen of Swords. You got to communicate exactly what your needs are here, okay? We have moon energy with this one. We got moons here on her throne. She's holding the sword. The sword is air energy. This card represents Libra. This is Gemini and Aquarius, but this is air energy that represents Libra. You need to communicate and make sure, and you're right next to that is communicating with the friendship here too. So I'm finding a lot of men don't get hints ever. You have to be like just straight up, hey, I like you. Hey, what do you want to do? Do you want to go on a date? If you can't date right now, do it in isolation. I mean, have a dinner online together. Just start off with some silly fun. Maybe that might be kind of cool. Just say, hey, I need something to do. Use it as kind of that way, you know. This is like your knight in shining armor. We have the Knight of Sword energy too. And what do the swords represent? That's right, Libra. This is knight energy. This is sword energy. This represents Prince Charming. This is lifestyle change. This is what you're hoping for. We've got the whole world in your hands here as well. Having the World card, this is a completion or goal. This is also travel. It represents here. It's a travel, it's movement, it's action. It's interesting. We have the Four of Wands here also as well, and I call this, you can make a wish card, because it's the Four of Wands, and each wand represents like a one. So it's like, looks like the 1111 card. This is homecoming and celebrations. This is a lot of friends. This is a reunion as well. This card could also represent a friend from the past coming in. That's quite common with this card, to have a friend from the past as well. Interesting. Five of Swords here I'm seeing too. Five of Swords is in the heart of the matter. And when the Five of Swords is the heart of the matter, that's like peace after some trouble. It's like a fair fight. I don't know, you've had some conflict in the past, but peace is coming to awesomeness right now. With the Nine of Wands also in reverse right next to that one. That one's about some paranoia ending. This is isolation ending. We have the Page of Pentacles as well here in reverse. And what is that next? That's next to the Five of Swords too. This feels like a fair fight. I don't know what's been going on. This is like a fair fight after trouble here. Page of Pentacles is giving us some messages here. And this is some troublemaking sometimes. I don't know if you've been experiencing some troubles and some argumentative coming in here, but peaceful times ahead. But if that means something to you, we got peaceful. Awesome. We got other messages coming in here too, not just your questions. I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind. We have peace coming to you. Gifts from the past. You may have another person coming into you as well. But I see after a time of the Four of Swords, after a time of rest, this is also representing a new beginnings, a new flip, a new way of, how would you say, a new way of going about things, because it has the beautiful stained glass in behind. And if I remember correctly, once you awaken and the stained glass shines upon the person that is resting and represents new beginning, there's a one sword of truth here. There's more Libra energy. Goodness gracious. I'm just going to pull this up just a bit here. There we go. My hands just can reach up a little bit better. That's Libra energy as well. Four of Sword energy right there. The Four of Sword energy is kind of some solitude, but it also represents recovery. That's the word I'm looking for. Recovery again. Peace after argumentative. Interesting. Now let's go to this side. Let's go to the Libra side here. Let's go to your romantic interest. Lots of communication here. A lot of sword energy on your side. We have only one sword energy on this side, and that's a Six of Swords. And it seems, I kind of call this a confirmation card. It's also a closure card. With the Six of Sword energy here, it's a necessary transition. It's relocating. That has to do with some more travel as well. You're moving across that that river. I don't know if what they have to do first, but I think they have a couple things they have to take care of first. It's almost like I'm feeling a closure, like a closure feeling, like they need to do something first before they can move on into a new relationship and a possible relationship with you as well. One thing they do desire above everything else, they are looking for long-term security. The Four of Pentacles is long-term security. They have a wonderful circle of support of friends and family around them. I can tell this because they have all the village in with behind them. They are looking for a relationship as well. They're not just looking for just something very short and unmeaningful. They're looking for long-term. With the Knight of Pentacles, we have this one straight up, and I call this the Gentleman card. I call this the card of respect. This Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that his horse is at a standstill. Not even one leg up. Not even a presentation. Nothing. He's coming in with respect. He's coming in slowly. He's also a little shy. Okay? He is a Libra. Libras are very analytical. They get in their heads a lot more than a lot of the other signs. They have the Venus around them. They have Aphrodite. They have the goddess of love. They have the Venus planetary energy. Like they needed to have like the love card, but they got the justice scales as their card. But with this person is so much respectful energy and coming in at your pace that sometimes you may need to give them a little bit nudge as well. Okay, this energy is coming in very slowly, very properly. But if you need something to move to the next level, it's going to be on you. I think they're such a, like I said, I call this my gentleman card. Holy, see, they're slippery. They're new. I call this my gentleman card. Just respectfully showing he's presenting the pentacle honorably. He's presenting himself honorably. That's really, really cool. Now we have the temperance card here in reverse. And this one in reverse is kind of some disruptive energy. So this is sometimes feeling out of control. And I wonder if that, because this person has need to get over that river first, need to finish some tasks before they can move on to the next part of their life. Next to that, again, sexual, I didn't mean to say sexual, sorry. Excess of energy. We also have right next to the devil card, that could be sexual excess as well. But I'm not feeling it with this one. This one here is kind of some materialism, some obsession going on here. Whether it be their workaholism or what, you know, the long-term security, getting the pentacles here. They could be quite focused on work as well before relationships. They may have some excess in them happening here. They're not following their intuition when it comes to the both of you. I think you need to give them a little bit of a nudge. We do have the death card here, and the death card represents new beginnings. Without death, there is no birth. Without endings, there you can't begin a new cycle. Now we have the white flower of purity and new beginnings, as well as the white horse too symbolizes a purity. Now the one leg is up in the horse, so it's a presentation of coming in a little bit slower. It's a little bit faster moving energy than the pentacles. So it does matter on the position of the horses and what they're coming in. It's going to be very slow, very slower energy coming in. I do see the Fool card here, and they are going to be taking a leap of faith. They are going to have that little push. They do have that little dog at their heels right there. The loyalty of friend, kind of saying, you know, give something new, take a different perspective, try something new. The Page of Wands energy is coming in here in reverse. And that's some messages here telling us about someone being a little bit bored and struggling, a little bit of immaturity. And that's the Libra side we're coming in. I think we're going to go in for a little bit of clarity on this one. I'm just going to grab a new set of cards here and see what's happening with your Libra, and see if the reason why, what's going on with them. Is it work related, or are they pulling back from being in a relationship? I don't feel them pulling back from you in general. I think something else is influencing the relationship life right now. You know what? Before I pull some more, I'm going to grab my Angel Romance cards here just for a quick sec. I'm going to see if I can just get some poppers out here. And we'll go into a little advice and clarity, and we'll find out what's shaking in there. Okay, I have one here so far. We have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. And we did get also the leap of faith, the Fool card as well. So I think that would be a message for them, is it's calling for them to have faith, to trust their heart. We do have the attraction there with you. You attract romantic love and enjoy this moment fully. She's smelling the roses. There is the attraction between you. One more jumper here, please. There we go. And we have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And I think this has to do with them. I don't think that one's a you card. Because remember, we got the Six of Swords, the people crossing the river. It's like he was taking care of some burdens that he had to finish and get over with. Finish some duties, get a closure, if you say. Okay, so I would like some little advice here. Let's have a little look here. A little bit of advice on Libra, please. Does it have to do with Michelle, or does it have to do with work? So far we have one jumper, we have the Three of Pentacles. I think it has to do with work here. There might be some pullbacks with your Libra due to his work situation. I think it's really, really affecting him. There's a craftsmanship card here. This is team support. This is teamwork. We do have the Eight of Cups here. This is abandonment. This is moving onward, okay? This is sometimes leaving a friend. They could be dealing with, like, so we got that Six of Swords. And that's, like I said, the one that was crossing the river. And that one's like finishing up something. And it's I call that the closure card a lot. It's like getting closure. This is a little withdrawal, retreat. This is moving on, but it also could represent some abandonment. They could be moving on from a situation here that is holding them back right now. Just going to grab one more card. There it is. We have the Queen of Cups here in reverse that popped out here. It's the Queen of Love in reverse. And she's not very nurturing, and she's not very supportive in her healing process. This is a smothering person. This is also could represent addictions as well. We did get the Devil card, and we got the Temperance card in reverse, and those ones are not doing things in moderation. They also can represent addictions very easily. Addictions to phone, addiction to work, addictions to alcohol. I'm not saying this person is addicted in any way, shape, or form. There's just possibly an addictive personality that is really controlling an aspect of their life right now. And I'm feeling it's more work related. It's really eating them up right now and taking a lot of them. They really need to free and trust themselves in this situation. Let's have a little look-see here for you into when will you be into a relationship. Now, one thing I have to explain with tarot cards, there is no actual timeline. When I'm dealing with messages coming in, my guides talk to your guides talk to you. Your guides will know the information about you, relate to my guides relate to me, and it's all in thought forms or pictures. So we don't get actual timelines. Any reader that tells you an actual time, unless it's there's numbers in the card that are like anything more than three, like you see like 3 3s or 3 5s, and it's like 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. You know, those type of things are an obvious timeline. When any reader is saying, oh, exactly in October, you will meet this, you know, it's impossible. But I can give you times of the year. I can give you times of the year quite easily, and then from there I can take down, okay, that might be 3 months from now, that might be 4 months from now. So that's a way I have to interpret the cards that way. So I think we can get a really, really good feel, and we might even get some other answers too along the way. Okay, just going to grab one more shuffle here. Look for my jumper. Oh, well, we're going to do a situation here as well. Look what we pulled out again. And this is you asking if you want to be in a relationship. This is abandonment. This is moving on. This is walking away from friendship as well. I think you have different beginnings going on here. All I did was put the cards back in my hands, and we got another jumper, and you got the whole world in your hands here. This is awesome. This is completion. This is lessons learned as well. This is also could represent travel. You got the 4 guardians at each tower. You got the angel, you got the eagle, you got the lion, you got the bull as well. You got the 4 guardians. You are being divinely guided right now. Let's have a little look into if it'll stop jumping out on me. Well, Read the messages as they come. We get jumpers, we get jumpers. It happens. That feels good. I'll do a little cut of the deck now. I see choices and I see celebrations here. I'm not sure about your Libra. And the reason for that is you're not choosing to take the choice with this person, but you have other choices coming to you, which is really, really, really neat to see. Hang on. My foot fell asleep because I'm fidgety. Give me one sec here. See some choices shaken in here. And I see Page of Love here on the other side. So we'll get into that in just a moment. Four of Cups here in reverse. This is a new outlook and a new direction. This is someone new. This is not your Libra coming in. This is a goddess of creativity. We have the Empress right here. We have creativity. We have the Venus energy. This is harvest time. This is yellow skies of prosperity. We have the Nine of Wands and we have the Eight of Wands. We have them just about side by side, and you're in the middle of that. Here is you've let go of some of your self-imposed restrictions. This is what either A, you've done recently, or you're going to be about to do. There's something new brewing here. Something that you need this person to be a little bit of a different perspective, a little different outlook. Not outlook. A different type of cat that you're not used to, you know? It's funny that both the 8 and the 9 are upside down. We got speed and action and change here. 8 and 9 upside down. This is some frustrations ahead. This is some travel problems here as well. This is isolation ending. This is also having faith. And we got the Fool card here too at the very bottom of the deck. This is having a little jump into have faith. Now coming into your next month here, I did a 3-month, 1, 2, and 3. You are going to be changing your perspective a little bit. I see you are going to be a little bit frustrated at first. But I see action and change happening in here. There is going to be some delays for a little while, but the 4 of Cups here in reverse is like, that's going into the next month. This is an outlook. This is outlook, new change. This is new goodies coming into effect. You can choose. You got someone new. See that little cup on the side? Got someone new coming in. May not be this Libra. If this Libra is ready to go forward with you, after he's finished his commitments, maybe release some of these burdens he's been dealing with, or has closure on a situation, then he is open for you. Then he's going to be coming to you. But right now, there is someone else around. Throwing it out there. Fool's journey. That means new beginnings. This is some loyalty person too, and the yellow skies of prosperity. This is some awesomeness. You pack your little backpack. We have his little backpack all packed. Be prepared. We have the 10 of Cups right beside that, and that's some harmony, that's support, that's some family, that's total love, total support. This is an amazing relationship. This is family contentment. This is, it's awesomeness, really. Now we have the 2 of Cups here as well, right next to, I'll show you the order that they're in. Taking a leap of faith, total family contentment, and then we have the Love card here. Now getting the 2 of Cups is like, it's like even better than getting the Lover's card. Because the Lover's card can also represent just partnerships. But the 2 of Cups is bringing two together. This is love. This is romantic love. This also represents partnership, but this is also proposals. This is proposals of love coming in here. We have the Judgment card here in reverse, and the Judgment here in reverse. This one's interesting because it's at the very, very bottom of the pile. And this sometimes is about fearing change and also sometimes showing a little weakness on our part. But it's more because we're just scared of change. We're scared of trying different things and new ideas. And we have the Seven of Swords here right above that. And that one's moving away, okay? That one's just abandoning some old things, still taking some with you, looking behind, leaving some swords behind, moving onwards and upwards. Where's that card? Oh, trying something new, trying something a little different. And we've got the Page of Love here on the side that says, when will I be in a relationship? Straight up. He delivers a message of love. This is his job into the tarot deck. This is volunteer work. This is studious kid. This is someone that's a little bit younger than you. Tiny bit. And there's new love coming in. Now we have the Justice card in reverse, and this one is a Libra card, but it's when it's this way, it's a no. When it's that way, it's a yes. We have giving charity to one side here with the Six of Pentacles. And there's a Libra here, and not giving to the scales and not giving to this person right here. There's a Libra scales directly above his head, and I see you giving your love to someone else. Giving your generosity to someone else. And the reason why I say no with the Libra, because the Justice card is right next to the one that is not getting. Queen of Swords here, you forgot to communicate a few things on, no, they forgot to communicate things in the situation here. This is also some air energy, but dealing with this one in reverse, it kind of dealt with some dishonesty, and she could also rent, meaning you got a little cold-hearted about it. There is something happening here. This is future. This is into the next 3 months coming in, something bothering you. I don't know why that just came in. It's tiny, it's not a big deal. Something that's going to bother you, but it's not a big issue. It's got like one card out of 9, 18, 21 cards, only one card that was kind of, so I'm not really too worried about that. Just tells me that's just could be a day or two, might bother you for a week, who knows, it's very short. No worries at all. Right above that, we have the Three of Cups here, and it's time to celebrate. And right next to the Three of Cups was Page of Love. Celebrating new love. This is a time for harvest time. If you're looking at harvest time, okay, let me look at some timelines here for you, see what I can figure out. So I got cards everywhere. So looking at some timelines, we also have the Knight of Wands too next to the next to the Page of Love. Forgot to know that. That's kind of a very, very creative person coming in. Very excited, a lot of passion. You could be dealing with a fire sign, so like Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. But there's messages coming in here with this Knight, and they have a little excess about them. They're very, very creative. They could have some water energy with them as well. We have been getting a lot of cups, so you could be leaning towards water as well. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces as well. If you meet another Cancer, oh my goodness, that would be an incredible match. But your best match is actually Earth signs, so like a Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I don't have any Earth here on the table, except for the Six of Pentacles right here, where you're given to one and not the other. Could be an Earth sign you could be dealing with. And if that's what you need, that would be perfect. If you can get yourself a Taurus or Capricorn or Virgo, they're going to be coming in with slower, respectful energy as well. That's what I could have been picking up with the other spread I did for you on the first question. The Libra is coming in very, very cool with you. I don't see an absolute future with him. We've got the Justice card here in reverse. Or a relationship. If you do, it would be short term. But there's someone else in the midst for you. So I hope I didn't interrupt what's happening with the Libra. But you got something cool and new coming in, and it's not the Libra. So keep on your toes and see what's happening there, that's for sure. Keep going back to that Page of Love and options. Page of Cups and the Four of Cups. You have options, my friend. You have more than one option coming in. You're going to be celebrating. They're going to be very creative. There's something that's very, very, very creative about them. No matter what they touch, it's going to have artistic license with it. Very, very cool. Well, for timelines here, I'm seeing fall time, I'm seeing harvest, I'm seeing more harvest. I see growth in trees, I see victory. I see a great circle of support. I see leaves on the wands. Could be come down summertime. I'm feeling a lot more summertime issues. We got time for harvest, time for planting. There's a lot of greenery around. It might be in between late spring to late summer. You're meeting this person. Put out the love now. See where things are going with the Libra. Only because I think they have some things they need to deal with first, and that's probably why you may not, maybe having a feeling of some, where's our Queen of Swords? Communication is not totally on par, or they're hiding something from you. And it's not being secretive. They're not being malicious at all. They just may not be telling you because they want to look like the star in your eyes at all times. You know, they don't want you to think anything less of them in any way if they're having to get some closure or dealing with some stuff. Again, work related, I think, is a lot on their mind more than anything. Those cards kept coming up the most. Well, thank you so kindly for choosing me, and I hope this answered your questions and clarified a few things, and good for you. You have a little something new coming, my friend. I hope I didn't kibosh the Libra and make things work, you know, because the Libra is a pretty awesome cat. There's nothing negative that was on the table with them whatsoever. There's nothing conflicting. There was no argumenting. Things weren't in reverse. I think they just have some stuff they're dealing with right now. Whether you choose to wait until they're done with that, things will be cool. They're an outstanding person. Libra and Cancer are a wonderful match too, by the way. Anyway, thank you again, and have a kick-ass day. Enjoy the isolation and stay safe, my friend.